What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben Gaming video. I do hope you guys are having an awesome day as always. Now, today we've got some more sort of like PC handheld news. Obviously, as you know from my channel, I absolutely love the Steam Deck. I'm hoping to get an Asus ROG Ally when I can afford it. And also there's a new device coming out, which is basically called the Lenovo Legion Go. And we've recently had, I'm sorry, that's the wrong screen. We've recently had a lot of stuff come out about this device, or a lot of stuff leak about this device, with including price, the specs of the thing, and the launch date that has been revealed. And we're going to go through a few bits here, but this PC, or this handheld PC, sorry, is actually probably going to be the most powerful one we've had so far. It is still going to be using the Z1 Extreme that is in the ROG Ally, but there are a few areas where this device actually improves over the ROG Ally as well. So let's have a little look. So as we can start off by this bit here, we can see that when it does launch, it will cost $799 or 799 euros. And this is for the base model. There is actually going to be multiple versions of this device. Now, on the spec sheet, it's a 8.8 inch screen, which is absolutely massive. So this is going to be a similar size device to the Steam Deck. So it says, to put this in perspective, it says, sorry, the Steam Deck has a 7-inch screen, as does the Asus ROG Ally and the Switch OLED. Now, it is, these are claims it's the most powerful handheld device yet, supporting an AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme processor, 16 gigabytes of RAM that is clocked at 7500 megahertz, and up to 1 terabyte NVMe M.2 storage, which is really, really good. Now, there's also some more specs I want to talk about in a second as well, but this is going to be a similar size to the Steam Deck in terms of the actual handheld device. I know the 8.8 inch screen is way bigger than the Steam Deck's, but because of the bezels and stuff, this is going to be a similar size device. Now, we are also hearing that this device is actually going to have a 144 hertz display, which is great, but those of you guys who do have a ROG Ally, how often do you actually use the 120 hertz display on that? You got to remember there's a lot of stuff here, and you can see, look, there we go, 1600p, 144 hertz display. Now, I don't think that's worth having a 144 hertz. I think it's nice to have like a 120 hertz display or whatever, because in the end of the day, you maybe games like Dead Cells, you'd play at 120 hertz, but like the difference between 120 and 144 is basically nothing. And I feel like they're just kind of ticking a spreadsheet of requirements to basically be a better device than other devices that are currently out there. But yeah, this is going to debut on the 1st of September. So that's when we're going to first actually get the announcement. So just a couple of days away now, obviously same day as Starfield is launching, which is interesting. So maybe they're going to tie in the game running there. I don't know what they're going to do. Who knows? But this is the whole spec sheet here. If you guys, my bad, are interested, this is what you can expect from this device. So I'll leave that up on screen. They are also launching actually a pair of headphones as well down there, which is interesting. And also along with it, the first handheld gaming PC company to do this, they are launching a pair of AR glasses that can connect, which is going to be launched alongside for an additional cost, obviously. And this is the specifications of those as well, which is quite cool. So they're basically tying in VR to the whole thing, but that is a display, and that is the specifications on screen that you could expect to get with this device. So anything you want to read, just have a look through that. I'll keep rambling on about stuff and you guys can like read it, see what you think. But I don't know if I'm going to get this one. Now, on my wish list, I do want to get the Asus ROG Ally. I'm currently paying off a few debt things that I've got, but once those are done, which should be early next year, I may buy some of these PC devices to test alongside my Steam Deck. I enjoy testing my Steam Deck, but it'd be good to have another device to compare with it. But now with this coming out, I'm not sure whether I get the ROG Ally or whether I get this. I like the ROG Ally because the device is a little bit smaller than the Steam Deck, and it's my biggest complaint about the Steam Deck is just how massive it is. I kind of like that the Asus ROG Ally, sorry, is a little bit smaller. And yeah, I wish this was just a smaller device, to be honest. I'd rather have a smaller, thinner device, whereas from what I've seen about this, it looks fairly thick, it looks fairly bulky, and I just think that's disappointing. I think we're at the point we've got this amazing Z1 Extreme processor. We should be now working on, slimming down these devices. I feel like this is almost a step back in terms of the thickness of this device. Let's see if we can find more images about this device so we can sort of take a look. By the way, the similar to the Switch, the Joy-Cons are actually detachable, like you can see there. Let's just see if there's any thickness things. I mean, you can see kind of from this image, oh, God's sake, this image here, how thick this device is. You can kind of get a rough idea of what's to be expected. I'm interested to see, because one of the biggest improvements, obviously, on that Asus ROG Ally was how quiet the fans were compared to like something like the Steam Deck. That's the biggest improvement we've had. So I'm hoping that they haven't ruined that in this device and that things are kept cool quietly, because it's a big thing on the Steam Deck for me, is the sound level that this thing outputs. So through the, not the audio, but obviously through the fan. But yeah, I'd be interested to see what this is like. I'm going to wait for stuff to come out about it. Obviously, it's launching shortly, so we're going to hear lots of things about it. We'll see some comparisons that other people are doing between this device, the Steam Deck, or this device and the ROG Ally. And I want to see if there's any performance increase. If not, I'm going to probably just get the Asus ROG Ally, because this thing is £100 more, £100 or $100 or whatever more, depending on where you are. Yes, there's a higher resolution display. Yes, it's a higher frame rate. It's got a 144 hertz display, but you're not really going to use that. And I think 1080p is more than enough for handheld. I think when you start getting to this kind of aspect ratio, I don't think the power of these things are going to be able to play AAA games remotely close to that. And from personal experience, when you've downscaled a game on a display that's higher, it looks worse. That's just my personal opinion. Whenever I've tried to do a test like docking my Steam Deck to my 4K TV, but I've only run it at like 1080p, it looks worse than just a native 1080p screen would through that. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know, it's just how I feel about it. But that's kind of it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in this device? Is this something you're going to pick up day one? Do you have an Asus ROG Ally and would you upgrade to this, I guess? Or are you happy with what you've got with the Steam Deck? Just let me know. I'm interested to see. I do think it's interesting that they're pushing prices up. I feel like the Steam Deck was so good because it launched at that amazing price. And obviously we've got things like FSR 3 coming out soon where we're going to have frame generation. So I want to see how that impacts the Steam Deck anyway. I'm just interested in all this stuff going around, and it's going to be a good time to see what we can get from these devices. But that's it. Please like the video, subscribe if you have enjoyed this one. And as I said, let me know in the comments below what you think about this device and everything else going forward. That's it from me. This has been Major Ben, and I'll see you in future videos. Bye-bye for now, guys.